I'd much rather be riding this right now, but instead I've got to ride this. All right. Now that that's all done, I can ride this. But first, we're going to make some modifications and test them out for future videos. And what that means is, now, I've already done a video with me riding this. I had a camera mounted, GoPro mounted here, and then on my helmet, I've got a contour that I'm able to mount here. Now this is obviously a very shaky when it's riding, and I don't really like that. And that view with the contour, which these are really great little cameras, kind of shows part of the helmet and everything. And so I don't know, I'm trying to just better the video. Now obviously, as I'm making this video, that video hasn't been put up, but by the time this video gets up, that video will have been put up. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to try some modifications, and one of those, oh by the way, since the last video, I've added a part to this. In fact, here, let me show you. Okay, I've added a passenger seat to it, but the purpose is really not for a passenger. This is not built for passengers, although it's not like you can't put someone else on there. The weight's not really going to bother it. They build ones for passengers, and they have some extra things in the suspension and stuff like that, because it's harder to get a passenger and a driver to make the proper shifts and leans and stuff like that together to keep it safe. So when they build them as a 2-up, this is a 1-up, when they build them as a 2-up, there's suspension in there that kind of helps compensate for that. I don't know if you're hearing these little pops or bangs. It sounds like little gunshots. What it is I'm not sure, I think it's acorns falling out of these trees, and they're hitting the top of the roof. Sometimes they hit the truck, which is not a good thing. My nice new, it's not new, but it's new to me. But anyway, back to this. I put that on there just in case somebody wants to ride, if I got to take someone somewhere off a trail or something like that. But the main thing is the storage capacity, so I can carry cameras, water, first aid kit, whatever I need in there. And I didn't have to, when I installed this, I was thinking I was going to have to, well, first when I first bought it, because Polaris brags about their snap-on accessory, so I just thought that this somehow would snap onto this. Well, that's not the case. So then when after I unboxed this and was going through it and looking at stuff, I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to screw holes through the bottom of this inside and then somehow attach them to this, I don't know, piece of plate or whatever it is there. But as I got to looking at it more and more, I thought, well, first of all, and my thought was I'm gonna have to lay it on there and get it steady or solid so it doesn't move, and then I can drill those holes. And maybe there's these big thick like wood type screws with the separated threading that will screw down in there and hold it tight. So the first thing was, all right, they came with these U-bolts, and so I thought, all right, I'll secure these U-bolts in there like this and have it tight so that I can go in underneath and get my drill holes perfectly lined up. Well, once I got these in there, this thing got on there solid. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So that's a plus. Anyway, that's the first addition to this. Okay, so back to the video camera setup. What I was thinking about doing here, now the way the contour sets up, they have a flat piece that this slides into. You see those little rails right there? They'll slide in and lock it down, and then they'll spin, but they've only got, you know, a 360 spin. You can't tilt them or anything like that, but you can compensate the lens for it. You can spin that, so whichever angle you've got this set at, you can get a straight on, a perfectly vertical view, horizontal view, whatever. Anyway, but you can't go up and down with it, right? Unless you set it up with, like, I don't know, you can see here, this is a tripod style mount with the standard camera mounting screw, but that's going to lead to a whole bunch of shaking, just like I had in the GoPro, unless I can figure out a way to get it closer. But then I got these bars in the way, and this particular type of mounting I'm looking for is some sort of a view, you know, off from the ATV itself, you know, forward moving view. And I've thought about this. I'm thinking, well, if I have the camera on the helmet, we're going to get that view. But what might make some cool video would be a view from the front up to the rider, right? So I can actually shorten this. See, I had to make this tall so that the GoPro would get over this bar. Anything else, and then if I were to put it here, it'd be over the bar, but I would not be able to spin it. It would just be able to rock back and forth. And I wanted to be able to spin it. But what I'm thinking is I can shorten this back down, but spin it around the other way, and that way I'll still have some vibration, but I'll have less because I don't have this long piece in here, you know, vibrating. But this, now I can tilt up towards the driver, the rider. That's a possibility. But I want to use this on the helmet, so maybe I can use this here. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But putting this on the helmet presents its own challenge. And what I thought of is, like I did on when I do work and I have the point of view camera when I'm working on out at the land or something like that, and you can see my hands and when I'm working. That's actually a safety helmet, you know, a regular construction or mill safety helmet that I've added camera mounts to. And so I thought, well, maybe I can do the same thing with this, which required me to drill a hole, and then I've got a special to drill a hole right here, which required, and then I was able to mount either the GoPro or the contour on it. But if I put this here like that, I'm going to have a forward view. I won't be seeing parts of the helmet or anything like that, which is a good thing. I don't know, it just bugs me when I see part of the helmet in there. Now, to top that off, the GoPro does have actually microphone accessories, and I was thinking I could mount the microphone on here, bring it around, and clip it right here to the front, right? and hopefully that'll keep down on the wind, keep down on the motor noise, and allow me to talk and pick up my voice. So, which means while I'm riding, I can do commentary. And I'm always looking for ways to make the editing quicker, because the editing is the thing that slows me down. The editing is the thing that keeps me from getting stuff out timely, because it takes a long time. And a lot of times when I have 3 or 4 cameras, I've got multi-cams and I've got to edit through those. I've got to figure out how to put the music in. I got to find the music. If I have separate audio for my talking, then you've got to sync that up and get that in there. So it's a lot. I'm always trying to find ways to shorten the editing process, because I'm always trying to better the quality of my content. But I also want to keep it coming on a regular basis, which I haven't been able to do since I got moved, and doing all these different things, getting stuff set up, taking care of stuff, going out and getting the new truck, and now this. So I'm always trying to figure out ways to make stuff happen quicker. So if I can do the mount with the microphone, a lot of the audio or the speaking, the narration is already taken care of in the video. And I think it would make for more interesting videos. I mean, if any of you have gone and watched like gaming channels or something like that, there's what they call Let's Plays, and it's just them playing the game and you're watching that, but they're talking while they're doing it. And for some reason that can be really interesting, because you're watching the story of the game plus you're hearing what they're talking about. So that's kind of the idea with this. While I'm riding, I'll have commentary. There was one other point I wanted to make. What was it? I don't remember, but what I'm going to do now is do the mounting, get this all set up, and take it out on a little ride around the neighborhood here. We're pretty good about being able to ride these things out on the neighborhood, especially in this area, because it's kind of out of everywhere. The only drawback for me is I have those big old mud tires on this thing, and it's really not that safe on concrete or on pavement. So it'll be a slow ride, but it'll be a test. I'm going to set this up and do a test. So first of all, let's modify this. Alright, so this is what will come up underneath. It's got a little rubber washer on it, and it will come up underneath and secure the mount. So I need a hole this size, which I just happen to have right here. Now, I haven't drilled into one of these before, so I don't know what is about to happen. We'll find out. Well, let's see exactly where we want this. Since that's about the center of that hole, I'm going to want that right about here. Okay, well that went fairly easy. Let's see how well that works out. I think I should probably have the rubber mount on the other side, but we could probably go with a washer on this side. Yeah, there we go. Then we can secure the GoPro like so. And that snugs it up really good. This may require a little bit of a tilt, maybe not, because I will tend to look down closer to the road, so maybe I should have this kind of, yeah, I think that's probably a little bit forward, about that much of an angle. So now we got to figure out how to secure this microphone so as we don't have cord going all over the place and it doesn't get ripped off our head when we're there we go. So now I got to bring this microphone cord down somehow and then secure it. Secure it inside, and I'm thinking, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see how you do that. And I'm thinking like so inside. We'll get a little grip, a little clip to secure it right there. And then, you know, I'm probably going to get some wind with it. I don't know. We're going to give it a test. If we get some wind, we'll figure out something else. Maybe roll some tape over this top part to keep that wind off of it. But we'll see how that works. Okay, we're at the setup now. We've got the camera, and I got, right now this is just temporary until I figure out a better way to do it, but I've got the mic cord coming down, wrapping around, and then the mic is clipped on right here. So we're going to try that. We're going to try to make a video and do a little bit of testing. But before I do that, I think I'll try to mount something with this GoPro looking back up at the rider. All right, I have the GoPro mounted and turned on, so I'm going to be testing the audio with this. I don't know how well it's going to work. We're going to get on this and run around a couple laps in the yard. Try to avoid the pavement because it's not really that safe. I mean, I can do it, but it's not really that safe. Also, the same note, I don't want to tear up this yard too much, but we'll see what happens. Here we go. All right, we've got the engine on now, so a couple things I'm going to be testing here are the audio level, and as far as my voice, and how much engine noise might mess that up. So we'll take a couple runs around here and see what happens. See, right up in here is where it's really dry. This thing tears it up really bad. I can kind of get a little bit of speed here, but not a whole lot. I don't want to roll this thing over. Here we go. A little bit of better speed, right like this. I like that. This is also part of the property. Really nice grass right up here. I don't know what it is about this spot, but this should be a front yard, not a back 40. But we'll take a little bit of running around here and see what we see. I was out here mowing the other night whenever I did that video, or it was last night, I should say, when I did the time lapse of me mowing. But anyways, I was on the lawnmower right about here, just cruising along, and some guy comes buzzing down the road with the same bike as what I got, same ATV, except his was green. He just buzzed on by and went on down the road. I was like, man, I want to jump on this thing and go follow him. But we'll see what kind of audio we get out of this. That's I'm going to probably do what I shouldn't do here, but let's do a little bit down the pavement. We won't go very fast because with these big old mud tires and stuff, and not being able to slide around in the dirt, it's kind of dangerous on the pavement. But we'll get an idea of what this audio is here anyways. Makes me talk kind of funny with this helmet on, because it squeezes my cheeks, and they say that's what it's supposed to do, so okay. But it kind of shoves my cheeks into my teeth, in between the top and bottom teeth. Makes it kind of hard. All I know is I hear a lot of engine noise up in here, so it's got to be coming in through the microphone. And wind noise, I don't know either, but this, like I said, is a test. and we'll see how it goes. I'm also testing the angle of the camera of the GoPro on top of the helmet. See what you all can see while I'm riding. Whether I need to tweak it up a little bit or turn it down a little bit, I don't know. I don't make too sharp turns on this pavement because these tires grab too well. Without sliding in dirt or mud or something, you could easily roll this puppy over. And I got shorts on, so I don't want to bang up my knees. Now, any of you that don't know about these things, these ATVs like this, as you'll see right here on the handle is a brake, which brakes all 4 tires. But going down a hill, sometimes you don't want to brake all 4. You only want the back to brake. So if you look down at my foot there, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little brake right there, and that's only for the back. And that kind of helps you, you know, brake the back tires without slamming on the front tires and rolling this thing over or something, flipping it over. So we're going to take another run up here. Get a little bit of speed there. This thing takes bumps and dips really nice. You don't hardly feel them. I mean, you know they're there, but it's not like it's throwing you around. I do like it. Okay, that's enough to test the audio and stuff like that. I think later on today I'm going to load this up and head up to the land. I got a couple things I want to do up there that have to do with the ATV and getting access up there without giving other people access. So we'll see how that works. Anyways, I'm going to shut this off now and test out the audio.